confidence that we've got the right kind of system to ensure that we don't need another national lockdown.
Yes, Isabel, you were trying to come in there.
Well, what I would say is good luck to the government if they try to implement another lockdown. I don't think it would be honoured or respected in nearly the same way that it was before. I think people have pretty much reached their levels of tolerance and people are able to make their own wise judgments. The majority of people are being very sensible still, I think. And we simply can't kind of keep halting life as we know it while we run scared of a virus that frankly doesn't prove fatal to anyone but a very small minority. And it is still completely up to people who know that they're particularly vulnerable to shield. They can do that. They can protect themselves. And
they can't, though, because actually the most vulnerable groups receive professional care in their own home and in care homes. And we know from the first wave of this virus, actually it's impossible for the most vulnerable groups to shield.
Those people really are being treated by people who are wearing protective equipment. That's the whole point. And if you're saying that's not effective, then why
not 100% fail-safe, Isabel? This is how the virus spread in the early weeks in care homes. Personal protective equipment, there wasn't enough testing, and younger groups who worked in places like care homes were spreading it to older people. So the reason why we had a national lockdown in the first place is because the government conceded and SAGE conceded that it's actually impossible to shield the most vulnerable groups.
It is impossible to eliminate all risk. It is, unfortunately. That is just a reality. You could also be hit by lightning or have a car crash. You know, the statistics on road fatalities are pretty awful.
I don't think that tens of thousands of deaths in care homes sort of amount to being struck by lightning. But I mean, we saw tens of thousands of deaths in care homes.
What about the risk of getting in your car then? I mean, the road traffic accident statistics are pretty serious. It doesn't mean you don't get in your car and drive to work.
But I think they're much more serious, actually. If you were living in a care home and there were coronavirus cases in your care homes, that presented a real risk to your health if you're an older person living in a care home. And I just don't think the reason we had a lockdown was because as a society we didn't think that that was tolerable.
Apologies, I'm going to have to step in. I do apologise. I'm just going to show you the other story we were going to do, which is Sir Keir Starmer fears that test and trace is on the verge of collapse, certainly in parts of Bolton, which is now the hardest hit, and even at the weekend, parts of the northeast did say that they could not get hold of testing. So that was the other story we were going to do, but clearly we had a debate instead, or you did. Plenty more still to come, though, including even some Brexiteers aren't happy as the government admits it might break the law to rewrite parts of the withdrawal agreement. We'll discuss that next.